Friday night talks. Friday night talks? What do you think of Friday night talks?
Well, what we gotta talk about tonight?
Friday night talks.
Okay, well, what's the topic of the conversation? What's on your mind?
So what do you think about the Taralee thing?
What do you mean?
What do you think about the whole Taralee thing and her situation with her ex-husband?
Well,
You know, we don't need to go into too much detail for the whole world, but she's having issues with her ex-husband, and he won't leave her alone, even with the restraining order.
well,
What do you think about that if you were in a position, you got divorced to someone, and his whole career got fucked up, and he thinks it's because of you, but it's really because of his own choices, and he just, underneath it all, he wants to get back at you, but he can't because there's a restraining order.
mm-hmm.
If you were Taralee in that position, how would you feel about that going
I'd be
forward?
really scared.
But what would you aim to do? Would you try to bury him and try to make sure he goes to jail? Or would you just tell him to back the fuck off and just ignore him? Like, what would you do? How would you handle the situation?
Well, I don't think she should piss him off any more than he already is.
So
Probably just ignore. I would ignore it.
so fear. She should fear him.
Well, if he's as crazy as she says he is, she might get hurt. He might hurt her.
It's true. I mean, these are little signs, that, one day, like, you got some beef in a relationship. A dude can explode, or even a woman, like Jodi Harris, and can end up in murder,
Could.
But how would you diffuse the situation? You just back off
I would.
and not encourage it?
I would.
But what if he keeps coming at you?
He has to stop eventually.
Keeps talking shit,
He has to move on at some point.
So time is
I
the
think.
answer.
Yeah.
So you don't like deliberately try to bait him and try to set him up so he can get nailed by the law and the restraining order and maybe be put into jail for a longer period of time. You don't do that? You don't go after him?
I'm not that type of person, so I wouldn't.
What type of person are you?
Just ignore him and hope he goes away.
Has that worked with you in your relationship?
No,
Huh?
apparently not.
No? What's so funny? Is that funny to you?
Maybe. Might not be the best choice, but what's the other option?
Other options.
Is
You can be the aggressor
yeah,
instead of the victim.
it's true.
You could push back because you're in a position. You got a restraining order against a dude. One little fuck up.
Yeah,
He digs his own hole.
Yeah, if she doesn't want to worry about him anymore, then she probably should set him up somehow, make sure he goes to jail. That way.
But I mean, it's a given. Dude can't help himself. He's gonna shoot
yeah.
himself in the foot as is. But
Well,
you're dealing with like a narcissist.
Yeah.
People out there that can't lose. You get one up on them.
Mm-hmm.
You fuck with their life. They don't forget. They're gonna come back.
Mm.
Even if there's, restrictions, like a restraining order, you might come back years later, or they might
Yeah, it's true.
use other tactics to get you, like, message your friends or your children,
Yeah.
or a dude could, slash your tires or sabotage you in some way, just in a way that you can't really nail him legally for it. He can just give you a hard time. Because the other alternative is what? Reason with the guy?
I know
that's beyond that. There's points in relationships that's beyond that. Yeah. So there are two options. There's no other alternatives than them too. Be the aggressor, or you leave it up to time.
What's your advice towards her? What do you think?
I wouldn't poke the tiger, so to speak, and I wouldn't like deliberately manipulate the situation to like bait and set him up, but just understanding psychology and understanding a narcissistic, impulsive person that can't help himself, he's gonna shoot himself in the foot. All I'm saying is you wait for it.
Yeah.
You don't set a trap, but you let him fall into his own trap, and then when that happens, you nail him.
Yeah.
You provide all the documentation, whatever, screenshots, wherever he fucked up. You make sure that goes smooth and efficient as possible, and you nail the motherfucker.
Yeah, she should have taken screenshots of that one.
When he lashed out and whatnot.
But, yeah, he'll end up fucking up, and she'll be able to get him then, unless he goes after her.
What else is new?
What do you mean?
What else is new?
Not much. I don't know.
No, how about let's talk about authenticity and being genuine and real and authentic and straightforward, upfront, just frank. Being frank. Why is it that you, for example, it's mostly everyone too, you're different on camera than off the camera? As soon as the camera started recording, you're like more like aware of the camera, more aware. Like you're trying to fit into
camera. I get
but
nervous.
It changes you. Like you're trying to fit, and control the situation and how you appear to your audience, whoever this is. As soon as it started rolling, why is it? Maybe not you necessarily, but why is it people just can't be the same on and off camera?
Well, some people can, like actors and stuff.
Because they're used to the camera.
I'm not an actor. I don't like it. It makes me nervous. I feel stupid.
Why? Why can't you just be normal and like not more real whether the camera's on or it's off? Is it because it's making you anxious and nervous?
A little bit.
Because you're putting on the spot. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what to say. I don't want to sound stupid. I don't want to sound boring. I don't want to sound.
So you're very sensitive toward external validation.
No, it's just...
You care too much what the audience
Well, no, thinks. I care too much about what you think, and because I know you think I'm stupid, so I don't want to say the wrong thing.
I do?
That's what you tell me all the time.
I don't know. I'd say you're stupid?
I think you tell me that at least
we're out of cigarettes
2 or 3 times a day.
I don't think I ever do that.
Yeah.
Not you as an individual. Sometimes your actions are stupid. There's a difference.
Oh.
Or then saying, you're fucking stupid character. You're a stupid person. That's your identity. You're stupid, stupid, stupid. Then like, that was fucking stupid what you did. You're fucking stupid because of this. There's a difference. You see the difference? There's a difference between labeling someone stupid and identifying a behavior and something they did that is stupid. So, no need to feel insulted. What else is going on?
Nothing.
What else is going on in the world? It's Friday Night Talks. Talks.
I know. This is it.
We sit here, smoke cigarettes, and we talk. We discuss relevant topics of the week. That's, I don't know, that stands out as priority to us.
Kylie Jenner had her baby. And no one knew she was pregnant until she actually had the baby.
That's stupid.
See?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
What about your MTV show? What's it called?
Siesta.
How is that?
Yeah. It's a show.
What's the appeal of the show?
I just like it because it's people from this area.
You like it because it's the area, or you like the storyline?
Well, the storyline is typical
You like
college kids.
You like that storyline, high
Yeah.
school type storylines.
You know, it's just
Hits home with you?
No. Well, whenever I was in college and stuff, yeah, but it's just funny to see how these people act, and I don't know.
What?
I don't know if it's acting or if it's their real life or how much of it is real and how much
It's a popular show.
is scripted.
It's different, that's for sure. But the reason I think it's so popular because people are stupid. There's this population, they're obsessed with stupid people, and like a reality-based type of show where they can base themselves off of them. You know,
Yeah.
got stupid storylines, relationship, and drama on that show.
Yeah, that's basically all it is.
And people can relate, and it's easy to take in the show. You know?
Having parties and
Yeah. People like that. You know, I'm not here to judge people's taste, but come on. There's much better shows out there.
yeah, I know.
I don't know why you like it so much. You know?
Well, why do you like wrestling so much?
Oh. I like it because of the storylines.
Okay.
Because anything can happen, and it's in a setting where it's live,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a sport, and it's choreographed.
Wait,
like-
it's a sport, but it's choreographed. How is wrestling
Yeah.
a sport? It's all for entertainment. They're not
They're
actually
fighting.
doing anything.
They're fighting. And it's a
fighting.
match, yeah. You know, it's the injuries, and they all die young, the average age, than
Well.
any other sport. The threat and the fighting, I mean, even though it's choreographed, I just say it's not fake, it's predetermined. It takes a lot of skill, just like figure skating. It's there's kind of a relation there with figure skating or a play or something, you know. And you know, that's ballet even. These are
Choreographed.
these are intellectual things to watch. It's not necessarily stupid.
No, I
I think there's a lot if it's done well, the presentation. So many things go into wrestling. The presentation, the showmanship,
yeah, it's
the
a
announcing.
show.
It's impressive. If it's done right,
Yeah, but
it's great. It's like a great, you know, it's a great play you go to. Or, you know, you go to a show, figure skating show. That's why I like it.
Yeah,
You know,
some are better than others.
I think they're all near each other. That MTV show, wrestling, they're all on certain degrees of the stupidity.
But why do you think people are drawn so much to it? Do you think they can relate to it, or
Drawn to what?
just drawn to reality shows, or
What, your MTV show?
yeah?
What's it called?
Siesta
Kids? Because it's showing them how to, like a reality show, like Kardashians. It's showing people how they should live and how they should act. It's like, it's demonstrating that to people. It's social proof. It's showing them how you should live life. because people don't know how to do shit for themselves and form their own opinions. This is why people watch Friday Night Talks or they watch podcasts to get other people's opinions because they fear their own opinion.
I see.
People that actually could think for themselves, they don't sit there all day listening to podcasts like that.
Yeah.
Because they have their own opinion.
That's true.
They don't need to listen to something.
What do you think they do for entertainment then?
What's that?
Listen to it. Even though they have their own opinions and things, they still can listen to it for entertainment.
What are you talking about? What? Listen to what?
Well, like you just said, people...
What are we talking about,
and
though? I don't understand. What are you talking about specifically? Your MTV show? I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Ay.
See, that's what I mean. You make me nervous. I don't like doing this. I don't know what to say. And then you're
Just
going to
be
get
clear.
mad at me. And
Just
then,
be clear. Mad at you. Be specific and be clear. You know? You shouldn't be nervous if cameras are on or off.
But we didn't, talk beforehand or what we were going to talk about. You just, put me on the spot. And
We just jumped into it.
this is stuff that you're good at, not me.
Not good at it. It's just we turned it on. We didn't rehearse or nothing. We didn't even go over topics, so
Yeah.
we just jumped right into it, right? So
Well, it's hard for me to do.
why? Take it one topic at a time, and you discuss a thing, and you give your 2 cents in a clear, concise manner. All right? That's what a doctor would do, right? Start showing your doctorism. Start showing your doctorial qualities. What else is going on in the world today?
Well,
What
the
other topics of
Olympics.
interest?
The Olympics just started. I'm excited to watch those. South Korea.
It's in South Korea for sure.
Yeah, right?
I don't know. Is it?
Yeah.
You sure?
You said it's not North Korea.
But how do you know it was even one of the Koreas?
Because I saw it on the opening
And
ceremony.
it's South Korea. North Korea is not, globally friendly. And it's like a third world country. As I've said, you go up in the sky, you take photographs from space. It's all lit up, South Korea.
Yeah.
And the GDP is like that of the United States. The yearly income per household is that of the United States. And North Korea is third world country. I don't know, it's like maybe 5-10 grand household. So there's a significant difference.
And he says because they're run different ways, different government.
North Korea is like a communist nation. They got like a king. Well, it's not necessarily a king, but it's like a king. And in South Korea, it's a democracy. It's backed by the United States. That's why the Olympics can even be held there. And by being backed by the United States and by having a democracy there, they have more trade going on. They're more open to trade with other countries, and so there's more money going through, more business being channeled. What else? Trying to think of all the topics. Booker T. Let's go back to wrestling.
Oh, okay.
Because Friday Night Talks. It's mostly topics of the week that I think are important, or that you think are important. Since I'm a wrestling fan, it's probably going to be like a wrestling talk show for the most part.
So what happened with that guy and then the other announcer?
So Booker T was the black guy announcer.
Yeah.
He's a wrestler. He's like a legend.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, but they're on Monday Night Raw. And Corey Graves
Yes. The tattoo
and
guy.
Booker T. You know, Booker T. He got replaced. He's off of Monday Night Raw.
I see.
Jonathan Coachman came back.
Mm-hmm.
He worked for ESPN and he came back to the WWE.
Mm-hmm.
And they got rid of Booker T. Just like that.
Wasn't he just supposed to be a fill-in anyway?
Yeah, he was supposed to be a temporary. He was a temporary announcer. After he replaced Otunga, I think, this other guy, this black guy. It's funny. They always got to have a black guy as an announcer. It's been like this for years on every show. Have a token black guy.
Oh yeah, equality.
But he was funny, Booker T. But Jonathan Coachman, another black guy. He's actually better.
Mm-hmm.
Booker T's sloppy. He says stupid things.
Mm-hmm.
And if you you listen to the show, everyone knows. They pick on Booker T. Because he says some crazy things, and they question him, and they make fun of him.
Oh.
Okay, but Booker T has his own talk show. And he said he's the reason I lost my job. Corey Graves is the reason,
Is he being serious about it?
I think so, and Corey Graves came out with a tweet quoting that book. Quoting that book. Quoting, what's the book called? I don't know. Corey Graves came out with a quote pretty much saying, conquer those before they conquer you. Something.
Well, why is
like
he blaming him and not the guy that took his place? I don't understand.
Well, he's like the best announcer, Corey Graves, but thinking he said something and got him off the show.
Oh.
Because I don't know, because he was threatening him and stuff like that, off camera.
I see.
So
Like
they couldn't work together. Yeah, exactly. So it goes on his talk show, and he pretty much says, "I find you, I meet you outside Starbucks, outside of the WWE. I'm gonna whoop your ass." And I believe it. You can probably whoop his ass. It's just very unprofessional.
Yeah.
A lot of people think it's work too. That it's they planned this.
Part of the show.
Yeah, in a way, but the thing is, there's nothing can come. There's nothing to come of it. Of course, Corey Graves is injured. Booker T's retired. They can't have a match. So I think he did have feelings about it, and he just mentioned it on the show, and he backtracked, and he tried to make it into a work. When it was for real, he was really butthurt that he lost his job. So I think it's both a work and.
Well, he's maybe trying to use it to his advantage
now.
Yeah,
they're saying he went into business for himself pretty much. And that's what happened, and he flipped it into it's a work part of the show, so, he has an out, so he can't get fired. So.
I see.
All right, anything else? Any burning desires? We should take a phone call. That's what we needed in the show, to take a phone call. Why not,
We should have had Taralee call.
Have Taralee call, right?
Yeah, so she can explain her own situation.
She should call in. That's what we need to do. The next Friday Night Talks. Gotta get it more organized, better presentation.
Yeah, you gotta give me a heads up on maybe some things I can think about.
You need to come up with topics beforehand, you too.
Yeah.
And you gotta be able to, merge into the show. We have to merge a caller. Have someone call in and be part of the show, like a guest.
That'd be a good idea.
So they can join Friday Night Talks. So you're less nervous.
Yeah.
You know?
You're
Friday
gonna
night
have something to do
talks,
with that bright
talks,
light.
talks, 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 talks.